Look at this thing. Look at this thing. That's big. Quick camera test because I dropped my camera. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Quick camera test. Hopefully I didn't bust it up. Yo, new camera angle dropped. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let me know what y'all think about the new camera angle. Might mess around with it more. Anyways, that was my easy 4 miles. Second day of the runner training plan day training session. Yeah, 4 miles. Usually that'd be not interesting, but I did these 4 miles in my Lems Primal 3s, like the barefoot shoes that I have. So the only difference with that is it just makes running a little harder because you don't have that assisted cushion and all that speed you get from the cushion. And it's harder on the legs. So I definitely felt my calves working harder. I could feel like a little more tightness in my calves. So yeah, that's the calves working harder. And yeah, it's just harder on your feet. You can't run as fast. It takes more effort to run at the same pace you would when you're wearing regular shoes. Yeah. I think I am just gonna keep running in the Lems, just because it's kind of like running with like weight on. And then the ideal situation is when I take the Lems off and I use other running shoes or racing shoes that I can run faster because I've been training at a deficit. Now, I will agree that the science on that is not totally solidified, because I'm going to assume that if that were the case, if training in barefoot shoes did make you run faster in regular shoes, then all of the professional runners would be training like that. But well, pace, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. There's not like a whole lot of science on that. And of course, I'm not a professional. But I think the main reason why I'm wearing the barefoot shoes is because they have been helping me figure out my running form and helping me figure out my IT band problems, in a sense where if you strip away all of the add-ons of regular running shoes, you're kind of left with just your raw form, or there's not as many variables that you have to worry about, like, oh, am I running incorrectly because of the stack height on these shoes, or am I is the drop height too high, or things like that. Yeah, when I'm running the barefoot shoes, it feels like I'm really just running with my feet, and that way I can really focus on form and really micro correct and just figure out what isn't working. And I think the biggest time that came into effect is when I ran my second to last long run before the marathon. I had not been able to run more than 2 hours because of my IT band before that. But ever since doing that long run with the barefoot shoes, it helped me figure out certain things with my form. And in that run, I really emphasized putting a lot more weight and pressure on my big toes when I'm landing in the mid stance and pushing off in the mid stance. And I think that helped me go for 4 hours on that long run without problems. And because it is harder on the legs, I do feel it harder on my calves and harder on my feet. And I think that is helping me strengthen those muscles so that they will hopefully not get fatigued as quickly. Honestly, I really do think that played a part in me walking the 15 miles of my marathon, because my feet were killing me, but very much in a similar muscle pattern that I had been used to with my barefoot shoes. So I think I'll keep running in the barefoot shoes on my easy runs and my long runs, and then I'll keep doing my speed work in my faster shoes, in my Nike Invincible 3s, and we'll just see how that goes from there. Again, I'm not a professional and I don't know a whole lot of everything, but I do believe barefoot shoes are just a tool, and they can be helpful if you need to experiment with them. But yeah, good run. Listen to D&D podcast, which I missed listening. I really did miss running by myself and listening to my D&D podcast by myself. And it's good to be back. It's good to have that back. So we're gonna pick up some Chinese food because dinner. I'll give you this one. What does yours say?
Tomorrow will be lucky and memorable for you.
Wow.
Sweet.
That's epic.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
Mine says, you will inherit some money from an unexpected source. That's epic.
I hope it's not a dead relative. These are stale.
Yeah. Dang.
Well, I don't know if they're stale. Maybe they're just some fortune cookies that are like that. But they're not quite my vibe. I think they're just extra crunchy.
No, I don't think they're stale. I think if they were stale, they'd be not crunchy, like softer.
Oh, true. Maybe I like stale fortune cookies then. That one's bad. Put him in fortune cookie jail. No, don't drop it.
Can't wait to get money.
Dude, they're printing this on like 32-pound glossy. Let me see that shit.